The pressure's on in the American League East as the Yankees find themselves in a dogfight with both the Orioles and the Rays for the division title. Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox in Major League Baseball. One of the most surprising elements of the pennant races here in September is the fact that the New York Yankees, who had a 10-game lead in the American League East on July 18th, are now in the dogfight of their lives with both the Baltimore Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays for not just the American League East division title, but also a wild card spot. There's a real possibility that if the two teams, the Orioles and the Rays, pass the Yankees will finish out of the money and out of the playoffs, something that was inconceivable back in July and the middle of the season. And we talked about the Yankees during that period, assuming that they were going to capture a playoff spot. Well, they are in a lot of trouble right now, the way I see it. Their pitching has failed them, and they've had a lack of timely hitting all season. They can't get the big hit with runners in scoring position, surprisingly, with that kind of lineup. And you combine that with the fact that now that their starting rotation is about as ineffective as any in baseball, the Yankees are in real danger of missing the playoffs, and this is something that has to be unacceptable to Yankee fans. And when you really look at this thing, it would be a fold-up of epic proportions, something on par with what happened with the Red Sox last year. And Yankee fans out there, I'm sure you're concerned about this, and I would be if I was a fan, because your ace, CC Sabathia, has not gotten the job done since he's come off the DL. Phil Hughes has been very inconsistent this season. Ivan Nova has come back to earth. David Phelps is filling in that rotation until they hopefully get the savior, Andy Pettitte, back. Hiroki Kuroda's done a decent job for you. Yeah, he's been your number 2 starter most of the year. And Freddie Garcia has turned into Freddie Garcia. He's an old pitcher. He's not effective anymore. So the Yankees have real problems with their pitching, and that's the biggest reason why they're in the predicament that they're in. Now, they faced the Orioles over the weekend in a series that was important for both clubs, and yes, the Yankees did lose on a blown call in the 3rd game of that series on Saturday. It was clear that Mark Teixeira was safe at first base on that bang-bang play, but the bottom line is what led up to that moment in that game is what caused the Yankees to lose, just like losing a 10-game lead since July 18th. That's the source of angst for Yankee fans right now. I don't think there's any question about it. What might happen in a game here or there the rest of the way is going to be such a big thing because the Yankees could not close this thing out with that big lead in July. And that's the bottom line here. So if you ask me, I think the Yankees are in real trouble here. I still think they'll probably make the playoffs because I think the Orioles right now, who lost Nick Markakis in that series for 6 weeks with a broken thumb, that's a big blow to them. And their starting pitching has been very inconsistent. I know their bullpen's been very good, but the Orioles right now are on shaky ground. I think the bigger threat to the Yankees is the Rays with that young stud pitching. And I think the Yankees right now in this dogfight really need to look over their shoulders and beware, because if these two teams pass them, there's a good chance the Yanks will be out of the money in September. So Yankee fans, I'd like to know, are you worried about your team? Do you think that this is a big problem for them? And do you think that they will indeed make the playoffs this season? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.